where you get to learn about what happens when you have a hydration assessment with Precision Hydration. Believe it or not, sweat is actually pretty interesting, especially for athletes, because not all sweat's created equal. When you sweat out water, you sweat out electrolytes, but everyone sweats out different amounts of electrolyte, and not many people know that. At Precision Hydration, what we can do is we can measure your sweat, tell you how much electrolyte is in it, and then match the right sports drink to your physiology so that you're getting optimal hydration. This next little video takes you through the process of what we do for a sweat check. It's surprising a lot of people you don't have to exercise. We just sit you down, we put some clever electrodes on your arm, we take a sweat sample and we give you a result within 20 minutes. That's what we're all about, getting you optimally hydrated by understanding exactly what you need as an individual. Hi Nick, I'm Andy. I'm going to take you through your sweat check assessment today. The idea of it ultimately is that we're going to try and figure out which of the electrolyte strengths are going to work best for you when you're rehydrating before training. We've got a range from 250 milligrams of sodium per litre up to 1,500. What we've got here is the sweat check analyzer. This is what's going to measure the sweat sample we take from you now. The good thing is we don't need to get you to exercise to get this sweat sample. We're going to use a chemical called pilocarpine, which is in these discs. We've got a tiny electric current through you from a little battery there that pushes this pilocarpine chemical into the skin. Now you hardly feel it, there'll be a little bit of tingling, and then what that does, the pilocarpine actually causes your sweat glands to contract. Once they are, we put on a small little collection device called a macroduct, which straps onto your arm. The sweat collects in there. Once we've got a decent sample, we run it through the machine and we get an immediate result. Most people actually think they're going to come in and have to do, sit on the bike or run on a treadmill to sweat, but this is far friendlier than that. Pop this onto your arm. So this is the positive electrode, line the negative one up. And then this first bit, we're going to flick the machine on. It takes 5 minutes just to get the induction going. Okay Nick, right. Now that we've done the iontophoresis part, we can take away the black electrode and discard it. And then underneath this one, when we take it off, we can just see, you see that bit of sweat that's already started to gather on your forearm there, because the sweat glands under there have been activated. So I'm just going to give that a quick wipe. And then the next step is this is the collection device, the macroduct. So tiny little coil of tubing in there. We just feed that under your arm. Now the sweat's going to start to build up underneath that. As it does, it will gradually create enough pressure that capillary action will draw it into that little tube. We'll see it collect because there's a little bit of blue food dye in there. And the time this is going to take just really depends on your sweat rate. So it could take as little as 4 or 5 minutes, it could take as long as 15 or 20 minutes. Your sweat's collected quite a bit now, so we can run this through the analyzer. So this is going to read in millimoles per litre how much sodium you've got in your sweat. Now that's fairly well set and defined genetically, so that's not going to change very much at all through your lifetime. A low reading is anywhere between sort of 10 and 20, and a high reading could be as high as sort of 80. So we're going to push it through the machine, and then we've pushed the sample right through to the other side now. So I'm going to draw it back. 49 puts you quite in the middle of the normal range, which is pretty good. So on that basis, the product that you'd use when you're training and competing would be something like the 1,000 milligram product. You might use that in conjunction with the 250 milligram product, which is very low in sodium for just day-to-day hydration, and then the 1,000 is going to get closer to matching your individual sweat losses. But what we'll do, we'll put together a hydration strategy report for you specific to your cycling and get that emailed out to you very shortly.
Wonderful.
Good stuff.